Okay, a lot of you guys wanted to know what the Redneck Reese's were and how to make them. So here we go. I'm gonna do a one take and hopefully it goes okay. Here are your supplies. You're going to need parchment paper, a drying rack, or you could even do a cookie sheet or just put it on your counter. But I put the parchment paper on here to let them cool and dry. And then you're gonna want a spoon rest and some tongs. I prefer the Pampered Chef little wooden tongs. I think they still have them and carry them. They're just handheld, perfect. And then you'll want a knife, or in this case, like that little teeny tiny spatula. It's perfect for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And in this case, a Redneck Reese's. You're gonna want some scissors to open up your packages and also to use for your sprinkle of your white chocolate. I'll get to that later. You're gonna want a mug because you're gonna wanna melt your white chocolate in a Ziploc bag that goes in here. Much easier. Ritz crackers, not the fat-free. Go all out, it's okay. You bite into these and the calories escape, okay? Okay, so Ritz crackers, regular Ritz crackers, almond bark. You're gonna want chocolate and vanilla almond bark. Peter Pan peanut butter, creamy Peter Pan. We can negotiate on this. Do what you want, do not do crunchy. I mean, I haven't tried it, but Peter Pan is the way to go. Just saying. Peter Pan, creamy. You're gonna want a bowl to microwave your almond bark. Then you're also gonna want a container to take these or store them. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put you right here. Hopefully this will work. So what I'm gonna do, oh, and a cutting board. I forgot a cutting board. Cutting board and a knife because you're gonna want to cut the almond bark. So you take the almond bark and it comes in squares, pre-done squares, I guess is what you want to say. And you're just gonna cut it up. I say just, but it does take a little oomph. I do like 3 or 5 at a time. And then I just kind of gauge it. So you're gonna microwave it. I think it says it on the directions. Oh yeah, you're gonna want a microwave. You're gonna need a microwave for this. I'm assuming you could do it on the stove, but why? Why would you do that? Okay, so I've got my 3. We're gonna go with 3 for right now. And I'm only gonna do a small batch to show you guys this, or I'll do like a couple cookies to show you how I do it. You can also use this for dipped strawberries and dipped pretzels. There's endless possibilities. So it does say melting instructions, place desired amount of coating into a microwave safe dish. Done. Microwave at full power for 60 seconds, stir thoroughly, continue to heat for another 15 seconds each, like increments, 15-second increments until product is smooth. It does say caution, overheating of the coating will cause it to burn, which is true. You'll get like these nice little crystals, but if that happens, a trick is taking oil and putting a little bit of oil, cooking oil, like vegetable oil or even olive oil, and it'll thin it out. Okay, so let's head to the microwave and set this for 60 seconds, like it said. So I'm doing 3 blocks. Okay, so while that's going, I will take my Ritz crackers and make sandwiches, basically. And yeah, you can cheat and get the pre-made sandwiches, but I'm telling you, don't cheat. This is the way to go. So you take your Peter Pan and your knife, or in my case, the little knife spatula, and a little goes a long way. Like that much. Even more, I would actually say even less, excuse me, even less. So you take and you put it on there, and then you smush it together to make a sandwich. And then you try not to have the peanut butter go off the edge, because if you do and you put it into the chocolate, it's going to like the oil will get into mixing the chocolate and then it won't set there, if that makes sense. So I really try hard not to get an overage of peanut butter. Then you set that down. Oh, we need to get parchment paper. So you take the parchment paper and you put it down on your drying rack or on your counter, or you could do wax paper, you know. And then you get to eat while you go and wash your hands. Because these are not ours, so I will be good, and I'll wash my hands after doing that. because I just had peanut butter that I grabbed. Okay. Yeah, in fact, you probably should start with washing your hands. Don't do what I do, okay? Okay. All right, so we're gonna grab this from the microwave. And we're literally going to stir this. Let's see if I can set it up where you can see me. There, is that better? Yeah, you're seeing his high chair that I had to clean. Okay, so you take it and we're gonna stir it. Now, I would keep these in a dry, cool place. You don't have to refrigerate these once they're done. And it's definitely a treat for Christmas time or fall, winter, because they will melt big time. Obviously, they're chocolate. So it's not necessarily a summer treat, but if you need it in a pinch, by all means do it. Okay. I need more time. Okay. 15 more seconds. I'm telling you, this is so easy. It's a little time consuming. That's the only thing. And usually what I do is have like crackers ready in a row. Whereas I'm just showing you one or two right here. Like I literally do all the crackers, like the crackers with the peanut butter. I have them all lined out. And then I melt this and then I start my assembly line, if you will. I kind of feel like Lucy. And I Love Lucy. But my conveyor belt goes at my speed. So, but hey, if I want to eat one as I go, I definitely will. However, I would wait until they set, just saying. Okay, this seems like it's gonna melt all the way, so I'm gonna let it be. If you can actually see this, there are a little couple pieces that aren't fully melted, but with the excess heat, like, it'll start to melt. Okay, we're gonna set that aside because I'm gonna do a couple more sandwiches, just so that I have a couple for you. So 2 crackers, a little bit of peanut butter, literally, just a little bit, right in the middle of the cookie, or excuse me, the cracker. And then I just press. And I try to do, you know how the crackers are where they're like, here's the flat side and here's the rounded side? I try to do flat to flat as the sandwich. So I put peanut butter on the flat and then the flat to the peanut butter to make the sandwich. Hopefully that makes sense. So here's the flat side, flat peanut butter, flat smush. And I just kind of smush and press and I put it down. All right, we've got 3 cookies. Can we handle that? We can do that. So now you just throw it in there and I dip it down and I roll it around and then I take it and I pinch it just a little bit and then I'm just gonna shake it off, like pound it off, knock it off, knock the excess chocolate off. And then once you're satisfied with the amount of chocolate you have, you wanna throw it down on the parchment paper. Can you even see that? And then what I do is, because it kind of has like not so pretty top now, I'm just gonna roll around it to make it even more non-pretty, if you will. Okay, and then repeat. Dip it in, dunk it in, flip it over, and then grab it, and then shake it off. That's about right. And if you have more, that's okay. It's, you know, to your liking. It's not a contest. It doesn't need to be perfect. Like I said, these are the best and easiest cookies known to man, I think, and they're so good. They're crunchy and salty and sweet all at once. They're a big hit with the troops, so I'll be sending these over to Paul once I get a big batch going. And then I'm making these for the Airman cookie drive on base at the dorms. And then I'm making some for my neighbors too. Okay, so there's that. Then you have to let them set, dry and cool and set. But for this experiment, we're not gonna do that, although by the time I get this all going, it might actually set. So then you take the white chocolate, once you have all those in a row, you know what I mean? Like you have all of those done. And I probably have like four down and then 8 across. So that's 8 times 4. So that's like 1 batch. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my white chocolate and take a knife to it and get a block of it. Okay, 1 block. It's gonna be way too much for these 3 cookies, but that's okay. Actually, yeah, let's do half of the 1 block if I can do it. Wish me luck without hurting myself. Okay, yeah, half a block for 3 of them. Yeah, we don't need that much. Although I say that and then I'll probably want more. Okay, so you're gonna put it in a Ziploc bag, dip it in a mug just so that it has some place to hold, and you leave it open. Don't close it yet. Put it in the microwave. And this time I would do it for like 15 increments, 15-second increments, because you don't have a whole lot of chocolate, and because the plastic, it'll melt the plastic. I have had that happen. So, and then we're gonna need the scissors to cut the end to make it as a piping bag. Okay, I lied. You need to go more than 15 seconds. Seriously, so easy. I hope you guys do this recipe. If you do, let me know. I would love to see it. I'd love to see your creations. Let's see, did it do it? No, I'm just gonna put it in without the mug. Sometimes the mug gets too hot and the chocolate doesn't, so just do you. I just don't like how sometimes the chocolate will like fall out of the bag and then you gotta clean that mess up. That's the other thing. It's more of a mess and time-consuming project, that's all. And really, it's not that time-consuming. What, we're at almost 12 minutes? Lordy. We're almost at 12 minutes and we have almost 3 cookies made. So you figure if you've got an assembly line going and you have it down pat, you're good to go. Okay, apparently it's not working for me today. And it's on full power, so whatever, it's giving the cookies more time to set, right? Because you literally want them cooled completely. Are you doing it? Okay, finally. It's getting there. Slowly but surely, it is getting there. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, sorry about my sparkles. It's my birthday today. And so, from the birthday cards that I got that have sparkles on them, yeah. Ah, oh, it's still not going. Like, melt. Now it'll become a mess. Watch. Now it'll be way too melty and make a mess in my microwave. What do we think? Do we need to wait the 2 seconds? Okay, it better be done by now. Yeah, it's good enough for what I need it to do. There you go. Melted. Okay, let's put you back here so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. I really need another cameraman so you can see. Yeah, you don't want it too hot that you can't hold it. So this is perfect, actually. There is one clump that didn't get melted, but that's okay for this purpose. So I'm just cutting the slightest little tip off. Just itty bitty. And then I'm gonna coat it. And really, you don't even have to do this step if you don't want to. Okay, and there you go. And now you let that dry. And there's your Redneck Reese's. And then once that's dry, you eat one. And you eat them all. And they are so good. So, again, you need Ritz crackers, peanut butter, almond bark, chocolate and white. And the rest is just supplies that you have at home. Parchment paper, scissors, and then a mixing bowl to melt the chocolate, a knife, a couple knives because you'll need one to cut the almond bark, a cutting board maybe, drying rack if you have one. There you go. I think I said it all. So I will wait for these to cool and eat one. Thanks for joining me. Hope this helped some of you to make an easy peasy no bake cookie recipe. Redneck Reese's.